All right, guys, it's the next day. We're here at the shop. Tim and Mike are in the office. They're designing a couple new parts that they need for the fuel tank. Let's go and check on them. Hey, good morning, Mike. Oh, what do we got here? This is some designing right here.
Oh, sorry guys, don't mind my desk, it's kind of messy. My assistant Brian leaves it cluttered.
Got old Mike on the computer right now too.
What are you doing over there, Mike? Oh, lower seat brace, side pieces. That's what mounts the chair to the lower base. We made some changes. That's why we only showed you the passenger seat. The driver side was the first version, and now we finalized it, and we're just making them both match. So, and then if we ever need it again, we can just click on a file and load the metal on the laser, and then run the parts to the brake press, and they're good to go.
Good to go. What we got going on here? Who's beeping at the door? Whoa! Look at this truck. Come on, bud, bring it in. Oh yeah. Woo! Look at that thing.
You ain't seen this yet.
What do you got there?
Dang, she was tight.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys ain't seen this. Let me shut this door real quick. So she might be dirty right now. It's snowing, and there's not a lot of places that will let you wash a dually in their touchless car wash. So I'm kind of stuck with it. But you seen the white 2016 single wheel 1 ton. So it was a 3500, but it was only a single rear wheel. I don't know when it happened. Joel had the truck. He rotated the tires, did not notice, but one of the rear rims cracked, and it cracked the spokes of the rim. Didn't hurt nothing or nothing, you know, just kind of maybe nervous. Maybe the big race trailer's a little heavy for a single wheel truck. So there you go. 24 Chevy Silverado, 3500, crew cab, 4-wheel drive, high country, with all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, that it does.
You want to take them for a walk around it?
Yeah.
You know, you got the. Let's see if I can make it happen. Let's see. You got all the fancy lighting. Oh, you know.
Oh.
You know, bougie Tim.
Yeah.
All right. Power fold in and out mirrors. Here, come back here. It might be a little dirty.
Nah, she's still clean. Woo. Look at the colors.
You got that spaceship dash.
Everything.
You got the Chevy WeatherTech style floor mats. Heated rear seats to keep Joel and Candace warm back there.
Yeah, right. Oh, look at that.
Man, look at that. So Atomic Wraps, the guy that wrapped the trailer, Jack, he went ahead and knocked out the rear window. He's local to us. Knocked that out. Don't you think we're not using Donk's designs no more, because we are. But that's for race car stuff. The quality of Donk's designs is hard to beat. So we got this fancy thing. I can hit a button in there and drop the tailgate and close the tailgate to hook the trailer up. And then we converted my Kurt fifth wheel from a rail style to a puck style. So now it's all flush mounted. Picked up a toolbox on Marketplace. Marketplace and me don't get along real well because I buy a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah, you do. Look at that. Whoa.
It's got all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
I'm surprised my wife hasn't killed me. She just goes with it. So here's what we got.
There we go. New tow rig for the race trailer.
The biggest thing is the rim kind of scared me, and I don't know. I got my wife and kids and my friends in this thing all the time. We're always pulling a trailer. In 2.5 years, we put 50,000 miles on the other truck. This is brand new. I'm planning, I would say within 5 years, we'll have 100,000 miles on this truck and I'll trade it in. Hopefully I can slow down, but I doubt it. So figure we'd show you while we're doing this race update video, or this race machine update video.
Yeah.
Show you the new rig. We're getting ready to put a snowplow on it because everything here around here has to earn its keep. And all my trucks have snowplows, and I have accounts that need taken care of, and it's getting ready to snow Monday. So we went and bought a new Boss bracket, new wiring harness, and trim bezel to put it on this bad dog. So my V-blade will go on here.
So it's gonna drip dry for the night and work on it maybe today, probably tomorrow.
This is again a front half to get to the top of the tube. I guess it probably doesn't need to, but
I understand what you mean.
Hey, so what's that bracket for?
So, huh?
to support him.
Oh,
To support him?
me.
Yeah.
Well, I got a lot of support. So, anyways, the tank we still want removable. So this bracket, this beam that we put in here, you can come around and see, this beam still needs to be removable because all these brackets we put down the sides and in the back, we would still like to be able to pull the tank out and not like be confined. You know, I want it to come out easy, and I want to be able to maintenance the car, and I want to be able to duplicate the parts that we put on the car.
Right.
So Mike, a lot of the time that has been put into all of this is making sure that all this is recorded, like in the computer, so that we can duplicate all these parts. Say if we want to do Brandon or Candace's or my old car for Connor, if we want to do any of this to it, we already got it all figured out.
Right.
So that is making the process a little bit longer, not horrible, but it's all top-notch stuff, and we're trying to do our best. You know, as we already said, this is going to be everything we got thrown at it.
Mm-hmm.
We're not trying to cut corners. We're trying to
Yeah.
do top-notch stuff around here. So right now the bracket, these two brackets, one on each side, is what's holding this cross tube, and then it is holding the tank up in the middle. The tank is mounted to it. To where our theory is if the bottom of the car gets crushed, like if our reinforcing underneath gets crushed, the tank doesn't move. The tank don't get hurt. The seats don't get disrupted. Like, this is all free floating from the top. So everything underneath isn't doing anything.
Kind of sees fitting. Let me see if I can get in here. So support, nice little logo in there.
So that bracket you see there, we need something to support that beam from getting bent down, like coming off jumps or whatever, because it's going to have the tank of the fuel, or the fuel tank weight, and myself and Bree
Pushing down on that.
Yeah, pushing
one
down on that. So
bar,
we're going to
right.
support that in the middle on both sides, and then it'll just unbolt, come out. Then we unbolt the tank, pull it out. No big deal.
Right.
So the fire, obviously, this the floor pans. If you look at them, they got a big overhang right here. Remodeling going on around here, but this is the piece that would go up to the tank. We're gonna have to trim some of this back to give room for that new cross beam that we put in. But all this will slip in, and then we can put all the rest of the panels back on, and then to get it back apart, you know, we can blow it apart. It should come apart pretty easy.
Tim at his finest, making them reels.
Reels, boy.
Them reels.
So
That.
that is to support our cross member. Legit.
got a seat in there?
It's just sitting in there right now.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to mount it, and
Yeah, you can see. Get down in here. Mike got the bracket, the supports for the seat there.
it's stout. Some may say we like thick girls, and those people will know who we're referring to.
Yeah.
On the other end of this.
Right.
But I don't know. We want to do it once and be done.
Yep. No, for
You
sure.
know, if it's too heavy, just add more power.
That's right.
You know, that's the way you got to look at it now. It starts breaking other shit because of the weight.
We'll adjust it from there.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's looking
right
good.
now,
It's looking good.
we're building it to last. We're building it to be strong. We want to. So, what I've gathered is people racing like King of the Hammers, they buy a new car every year. And they use their frame as a consumable, basically. Like, they try to protect it, but the way I feel is they just let it get destroyed in that one race and then go buy a new car and build a new car. Well, I'm trying to race one car for multiple years. And so I think by doing all this and adding all the rigidity and strength to this car, should last. The other car's done good. I think we're going to go do crazier things this year with this machine. So,
Yeah.
and it's, you know, we're also trying to add more safety. This is going to be a wild build, and we want it to hold up real well, and we also want it to be very safe. So, adding all the extra features, safety features, is a big deal to me. I like my guys being safe. I like my kids being safe, and I'm starting to like the feeling of being safe. So
Yeah. No, for sure.
it's gonna be wild for sure. So we're gonna bolt these seats in, and then we'll be able to build the other lower bar. It should carry this same shape right here.
Yeah,
Come out. You coming over here? It should come out about halfway. So it'll just carry the same shape right here. And that will be the end of the door bars. Once it's all together, we'll then build rock sliders that will obviously start from nothing and come out and make it to where if somebody gets in between the tires, as you go forward or backwards, you don't get hung up on another person's tire. And that's a bad day.
Yeah. No kidding.
Rock sliders are going to be stout. Everything's going to be stout.
Yep.
This thing should do about 25 miles an hour by the time we're done.
It's a tank.
I know, I'm sure I've probably said multiple things multiple times, but when we're making multiple videos, it's hard to remember what we've already talked about. And for new viewers that didn't watch the first video, they get to catch on too. So
Right on.
that's where we're at.
On we go. There we go. Seats are mounted.
Seats are mounted. Like, it is stout.
Yeah.
I can move in the whole car. You can look underneath here, it planes right across the top of the tank. Just enough room. We still have adjustability to tilt this up and then tilt it back, and we have adjustability forward and backwards. Obviously, you need to figure out where you think you want it. Go try it, and you'll have to unbolt the seat and take it back out. But I don't have to get to a battery underneath here no more, and I don't really feel like for any reason I'll have to take the seats out, maybe besides to clean it, because all the fuel is accessed right through the middle. You'll be able to see it. There'll be a firewall, and there'll be an aluminum center console built over it, but like that's the lines, the fuel sending unit, the vent, everything's got check balls. The vent line will come all the way out and run around the cage and back to where at any point of you rolling, no fuel will come out, which is something you have to do in this type of racing. We will have an aluminum firewall. We will have an aluminum center console. We are going to try to use part of the factory plastic center console. It's going to have to be cut, obvious, but then we're going to maybe try to build and into our aluminum center console, maybe up to the dash, which we have a carbon fiber dash coming from Glazecraft. It should be here, I don't know, in a week. And then we'll make aluminum templates to bolt on to the carbon fiber dash, and then it'll have all of our gauges cut out into it. And so it'll be a nice firm mounting area, look really cool, all pre-planned and thought out. Yeah, we still have a lot of stuff to do. All right, well, we set the passenger seat for Bree, and Mike climbed in. Look how scrunched up he is.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. Like you said, with the way this comes out.
There's like 5 foot underneath Mike.
I like how wide this is. Like you said, it covers the person for safety, everything. I like the feel of it.
Yeah, I mean, sit back in the seat normally where you're at. I mean, in an XP, you don't have a lot of room, and if you look, there's quite a bit of room on the outside of his shoulder.
Yeah, no, for sure. Factory would kind of come like right here, and it's like you roll, and, you hit your shoulder on a boulder or something, but this is gonna prevent you from that happening.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a big deal. Don't mind these 2 bars here; they're just sitting there. Haven't completely sold myself on them yet, but
yeah. No, this is comfy. Feels good.
Bounce around in there, back and forth. Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, it doesn't move.
A lot better, Mike?
It's sturdy. Yeah.
Good. It looks super awesome. That's crazy. Rotate it.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's seat base, tank mount, all the supports and all the tubes that we've added into that lower frame section.
Look at that. Got a lower door bar on there, and getting that one bent and getting it ready to notch it.
You notch one, and he's playing with the notches right now.
Yeah. Yeah, but we can see on this side here what it's gonna look like, and pretty good.
So the panel, it's hard to see without the body panels on, but like right here, this will fold this way and catch the body panel.
The front fender there.
Yeah, and then this will run along here, right? And then it'll fold, this whole area will fold this way. But then it's gonna have to, I believe, fold out. And it's gonna hit right down the side of the fender, rear fender. See if I got it here. So this hasn't been notched or anything yet, but
So you kind of get an idea there.
basically
that it will
once
end
this
up
piece
in there.
is notched in and fit back in its home, this panel is going to come along here. It's going to fold this way, and it's going to hit this.
Okay, you're gonna go back in more
And it's
instead
going to follow this body line here.
Okay.
Yeah, so normally your body panel would probably run along this edge. This is an old mark from my old door.
Right.
We're going to bring it out to where it covers this hole here. And down that. And then snap it together. Perfect. Okay. Down this line. Down this line. I haven't quite figured out where we're going to come in here, but we're going to be on this panel. We're going to be on this panel, and then we're going to be up the front fender.
Okay.
And it's just going to be one big aluminum panel, quarter turns, quarter turn fasteners, and then we'll probably put a little rubber edge behind there, or don't mess with the plastic too bad. And then the wrap will have to be, like custom designed to those door skins.
Right.
There's gonna be a lot more door. Like the door surface is way bigger, so way more room for
That's
wrap.
yeah. That's gonna look sweet though.
And then the bottom panel is kind of already cut. I just haven't got it all done yet. Let me take this off. So we still got some cutting to do, but basically we're either going to 3D print a door to this shape, or we're just going to put a piece of aluminum right over it, and obviously it'll be powder coated or something.
Right.
But that lines the body panel up. Now that the seats are in, you can see it doesn't touch here, but it's touching here. So I'm going to have some trimming to do here. And we knew that we were going to have some trimming to do here, and we had some trimming to do here. But that's what happens when you make the whole car wider. We do have some more tubing that still has to go in here. Like, we're going to connect this to here. I know other people that cut this pipe completely off, and they just let this bracket hang here, and that holds your dash, and it works fine. But we're going to tie it back in, and there's a lot of little things to think about.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So which one do you like better, Mike? That notcher or that notcher?
90% of everything for this.
Okay. This is way faster. But like, if you already got your notch figured out, what we've noticed is if you need to come down an inch, it's easier to lock it in that other notcher at its angle and just hog it down an inch. It'll just eat right through it at a weird angle. Where this, we have to keep sliding it forward until we figure out. You know what I mean? But this one eats. I mean, it just sits here and I'll just, look at all this. That's just from this cage.
Really?
Yeah, we emptied this.
Wow.
All this is just strictly from this cage.
Getting closer.
So it's at a weird angle so that both tubes come in and slant, get tighter at the bottom. And so what looks good up top, you have to keep dialing it in as you bring it down.
Woo-wee. Starting to look like a machine now.
All right, so we started roughing in some plastics because we made the car way wider, with 4 or 5 inches on each side wider. So obviously we're going to run into some dilemmas with the plastics, but we have to keep the rocker whole. We're not allowed to cut the bottom of the rocker. It's supposed to mount on at its factory spot. Obviously we're not going to have fuel going in here, so that'll get plugged off like I said. And none of this, so basically the bottom of the car, we cut the factory upper bar out and we laid the car over at the bottom. So we started making the bottom of the door wider, and then this bar comes out wide and then swoops back in. And so this bar here that goes across here, you guys seen before, is like right underneath this plastic, and we knew it was going to be close. But by notching this, allowed this to lay back over for this to catch, and there's still another bolt that has to go behind it. And then this is just roughed in. This is just a fine cut saw. Still got to come through with a little flat wheel, a little round sand wheel, and clean all that up. Clean this up here. But this is how much we had to cut out because this bar came out so far. And then this will still pin on. Everything is going to be legit. This will get cut here, just like my other car, and then we'll pull this whole rear corner in, and we'll tuck it to where it can't get damaged as easy. And then the tires are going to be, this thing's going to be 72 inches wide at least, so it's going to be out here. So it's going to be wild, but you guys can get a good idea of what it's going to look like with some plastics on it. Now, like I was telling you earlier, now that the plastics are on, Just imagine following like roughly the center of this tube or the 3/4 mark of this tube with an aluminum panel all the way to like over here. And it's gonna hop down. It's gonna follow these body lines all the way down and back up to here. And that'll be all one big door skin. So it's gonna have a bend this way, and go this way. It's gonna bend down like this, I would imagine, just looking at the shape of the panels. And then a nice big wrap.
Yeah, it's gonna look good. Well, there you have it for this weekend.
Joel wants to call it a day. I mean, it's Saturday night, probably 11:30, but he's gonna pack up and go home in the morning. So he's not gonna get nothing else done. Not gonna get to see what we get done tomorrow. So if you guys don't get to see what you wanted to see, it's because Joel left a day early. Tomorrow, the plan is to try to get the rear skid plate done and try to get window nets mapped out, and I will cut some more on the plastic, but that's it for now. We're gonna go home, and Joel's gonna go home tomorrow, and hopefully in 2 weeks he'll be back out here and you'll get to see some more.
That's right.
Thanks to all the awesome companies that we have that support what we do. And we'll see you on the next one. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We're going to try to bring some more like build content and installs and part reviews, and maybe even do some trail riding very soon. So let's do it.